On many of my upcycled pieces of furniture, I often sand down the top and restain the wood for a fresh new look. In this video, I'm going to walk you through that sanding process. Good morning, Instagram. We're having absolutely lovely weather here in Pennsylvania, and I'm getting ready to sand down the top of this oak washstand, and I want to take a video and show you how the whole process works. So here's the situation with the top. Along this part right here, the finish is really worn, but on some parts it's still hanging on, and then back here where the backsplash went, it's just plain dirty. The plan is to sand the top, and I'm gonna take my sanding just to this part. We're not gonna touch this trim work down here. This is gonna get painted, and this is the part that's gonna get sanded and restained. The body has already been scuffed by my mom, and this is a really good reason why you should prep sand your pieces no matter what kind of paint you're using. This is a drip mark from the original finish, and I don't want that on my finished piece. Here's all my tools. I have a respirator. This is not like the mask that they use in the dentist office. This particulate filter is specifically formulated for like lead paint. I've got safety glasses because you never know what's going to fly up when you're sanding. I use two types of sanders. My DeWalt orbital sander is good for like the flat part, like the top. And then I use my little Ryobi palm sander for the detail areas because the shape just gets in there better. For the orbital sander, I have 100 grit, 150, and 120. And for the palm sander, I've got 80 and 120. I'm going to start with the coarsest and work my way up to the finest. And if you watched me a couple days ago, you know that when you're going to follow up sanded wood with an oil-based finish like General Finishes gel stain, which is what I'm going to use, you need to stop at 150 grit. Don't take it up to 220, otherwise you'll close the grain. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn the sander on, and we're going to go in long, smooth strokes across the entire surface of the piece using 100 grit. You don't want to go against the grain, go with the grain until the finish is totally gone. This is what you're looking for. This wood has the finish totally removed, and here's where the finish is still hanging on. So I just did a pass going across here, and this is what we're going for. Got it? So this was my first pass all over with 100 grit, and as you can see, I still have some areas that aren't as cleaned up as I would like, you know, along the back there. So I'm gonna change out my sanding pad, get a fresh one, and keep. Okay, so the second pass is done, and it looks much cleaner than what it did before, but there's still some spots that aren't, you know, cleaning up real well, like right here, right there, and then back here. I'm actually really glad that's happening because some pieces just don't sand up real pretty. This piece is definitely very old, and it's really beat up. So I can either embrace the charm of this piece, or I can try to cover over those pieces with a really dark gel stain. General Finishes makes a black, a Java, which is like a really dark, super rich brown, and just try to cover it over. So in that sense, I'm right smack in the middle of the creative process when it comes to deciding what I want to do exactly with this piece. I'm still thinking it through, but regardless, I need to bump up my sandpaper to 120 and smooth this out even further. Okay, so the top's all done. And I did just this ledge right here, but we still need to get like under here. So I'm gonna flip this onto the table and then we'll switch sanders and get all up in here. So this is the ledge I'm talking about. We're gonna do right here and we're gonna do right here, but this part right here, like this molding, we're gonna leave alone. That's gonna get painted. So we're gonna do right here and all along there. Now this sander's a little bit different. It has a different shape, but it's really great for getting into tight corners like this and like right along there. That's what I'm gonna hit. So this is the ledge, it's all done. I took it up to 150 grit. I didn't touch here, just right here. Like what you'll see when you look at it at eye level. This is gonna be painted, I just did this. And then the top is all done. So this piece is all done. I used 5 sanding pads total, so I'll factor that into the cost of this piece when it's eventually put up for sale. And so now the next step would be to go remove the dust from here and stain it using General Finishes. For more project ideas, upcycled furniture, and pieces that have refinished wood tops, visit my website at 800furniture.com.